cave, right, yes. That's where I was going. We're here. We're here, Adol. We call this place the Ancient Barrow. Does seem like the perfect place to use as a hideout. So quiet. Villagers would never notice them here. Let's go inside. Kana, what's wrong? I think they know we're here already. Someone's coming. Yes, we just walked right into an ambush. Looks like this is no time for scouting out the area at all. Everyone, we've come to rescue you. Let's go back home, back to Komodo. What's wrong? Why don't you say something? Something's not right here. Yeah, they don't even seem to know they're being spoken to. It's just like when they attacked Komodo. I don't even think they're acting of their own will. Could someone be controlling them?
No.
Why?
Hold on.
Looks like we can't just talk our way out of this one. It seems not. We have to stand and fight. Cover me, please. Oh, I can hardly see a thing. Oh, they're masks. There's no way normal people can be this strong. The masks definitely have something to do with it, but I have no idea how they work. Is that you, Kana? Are you okay? I'm so sorry. The mask, Guess that really was it. He's inside. Help. Who's inside? He's out cold. Let's go. But... Adol's right. There aren't any dangerous beasts or anything around, so they should be fine. Let's let them rest here and head inside. Okay, if you say so.
turn.
Leave it to me.
All right.
Uh-oh, looks like a dead end. Wait, look at that. What is it? It looks like some kind of beast cocoon. And it's only being supported by a single thread. I should be able to cut it down with one of my knives. Oh, I see. We cut it down and used it to walk across, right? Yeah, but I don't think I can hit it from here. The angle is all wrong. Let's try headed for higher ground. Like I was trying to do a minute ago.
My turn.
Leave it to me.
Leave it to me. Strong.
Oh, it's a big spider.
Level up. Leave it to me.
Leave it to me.
All right. Whoa, this is a nice fight. Oh, lucky. My turn.
Let's go.
Leave it to me. Like this. You go.
Oh! Oh, I was not paying attention.
Let's go.
I don't suppose it would restore HP in this place because it's a dungeon. Yep. Yeah, we'll be able to get up that way.
Leave it to me.
Leave it to me. Don't let them hit you.
Leave it to me. to me.
Leave it to me. Ta!
Okay, casual destruction behind, and I do anything about up here. I'm guessing no.
Leave it to me.
Let's go.
It's nice how the other two are helping in the fight.
Let's get him! Find an opening! Focus on offense! Don't let him hit you! Focus on offense!
Okay. Looks like some kind of ancient treasure. I can feel a strange power coming off of it. It's just gathering dust here, so we might as well put it to good use, right? Ah. I should have paid more attention to that. Items, artifacts. Let's get way down there first. What do I do now?
Level up!
Rare stuff.
Okay, then doesn't matter. Hi, map.
My turn.
Let's go.
Leave it to me.
Leave it to me.
Leave it to me. Leave it to me.
Leave it to me.
Leave it to me.
Hi, I'm almost dead. Figured as much.
All right.
Okie doke. Before I die again. This is one huge door. Has some kind of hole in it. Maybe you're supposed to put something in there, like a sort of key. Pretty complicated locking mechanism, but should be a piece of cake to get open if we got something that'll fit. Really? Why in the hell is that not... We did it! Huh? What's that? Sound familiar to you at all? It's harp music. A harp, huh? This is actually the first time I've ever heard one. Oh, wait a minute. A harp? Didn't... It's Remnus. I'd recognize the melody and sound of that instrument anywhere. What?
Remnos.
I'm coming, Remnus. Just hang in there. What's going on here? Isn't he the one who hurt your dad back in Komodo? Are you really the one who fought with Father? Answer me, Remnos. You want to fight, huh? This is starting to look awfully familiar. What? How did he do that? Ugh. Oh, this ain't going well. That's it. Looks like we won, somehow. But this guy's way stronger than any of the others. Take that mask off. Well, if you're not going to take it off, I guess we'll just have to... I'll do it. What?
You've served me well. After seeing the mask's power, I'd call this experiment a success.
Who are you?
Who am I? I don't see why I should introduce myself to the likes of you. But I'm in such a wonderful mood today, I'll grant you your wish. I am Bami, a magician who controls people using the darkness in their own hearts.
A magician who controls people? So that's what the masks do. Oh, don't go jumping to conclusions. I wasn't finished talking, you know, and it's quite rude to interrupt a lady. In point of fact, the mask isn't what's controlling him at all. Rather, that would be my magic. Observe. Remnos. Well, if you're the one controlling him, then what's the mask for? And don't you dare say you made him wear it because you like the way it looks. The masks are a necessary part of an experiment that has been assigned to me. It seems they have the ability to greatly increase a person's physical abilities. A strength boosting mask, huh? I guess that explains how Remnos could pull off moves like that, even when he's not a warrior. No, there's still something off about this. What do you mean? Strength increase is too drastic. That's exactly it. The Remnos I knew isn't even as strong as those four we fought earlier. Yet, he was able... I think I see what you mean. Even with the mask, he still shouldn't have been able to defeat your dad or control giant monsters or anything like that. You three don't know anything about this poor boy, do you? What are you talking about? He's a naturally gifted warrior, much more capable in battle than you can possibly imagine. Even without the mask. See? Kana! How? You still don't understand. Very well, I suppose I'll just have to be the one to teach you then. He always kept his true capabilities hidden from others. Now, why do you suppose he'd do a thing like that? Maybe so he wouldn't hurt his poor, hard-working older sister by letting her find out how much more talented he is. What are you... I'm a magician who can find the darkness in people's hearts and use it to control them. And he is the latest whose darkness I've chosen to manipulate. That is all. I give you my deepest sympathies. Having a younger brother who's too skilled for his own good brings nothing but trouble. This woman. Are you from outside the Great Forest?
Oh?
Heh, of course. I'm almost offended that you'd think someone like I could come from this backwards region. I believe I've talked for long enough. There is far too much left for me to do to keep playing with you any longer. Remnos! Still, I must thank you for one thing. I hadn't imagined I'd find something so useful in a place like this.
Don't!
Wait! Let him go! Give him back! So, that man was Remnos then. You're sure? Ever since he was a child, the slightest effort was all it took for him to achieve whatever goal he sought. He learned the skills I taught him almost instantaneously, even the art of war and hunting techniques. However, he began to hide those skills from Kana, concerned by how she would feel if she knew. And eventually, he had completely dedicated himself to music and crafts. Because in those fields, he wouldn't have to hold back for anyone. I kinda get where he's coming from. I have failed as a father. I'm sure Kana was shocked when she found out. I'm sorry, but I would ask that you leave her be for a while. I'm sure she'll be fine. I agree with you, of course, but it will likely take some time before she fully recovers from the shock. Hey, come to think of it, do we have any more leads as to the identity of that magician woman? I'm afraid we don't. She's not from this area, of that I am certain, but I know nothing more. She said the masks were part of some sort of experiment, and she didn't seem to be anyone the Governor General could have sent. The villagers who had disappeared have now gone back to their normal lives. Komodo, it seems, is beginning to return to normal. Still, this feels like the start of something much bigger. Perhaps we need to decide as a village what we will do from here on out. Adol, what do you do? Where do you intend to go from here? Actually, about that, do you know where Adol headed after he left here before? Not for certain, but I recall him mentioning a village on the bank of the river. I suspect he may have gone there. On the bank of the river? Sounds like the other point I marked on the map. Alright, Adol, it's up to you. Where to next? Head toward the river. Very well. I wish you a safe journey. I'm forever indebted to you for all you've done here. I wish you well in recovering your memories. Please know that you will always be welcome in Komodo. Right, no, that's the shop. Someone please teach me how to use a sword. I'll be waiting on the top level of the village. You brought the fresh leaves I asked for. Yep, these are exactly what I wanted, full of moisture. This scent really does bring to mind the sun's warm rays, doesn't it? Thank you. I'm sure the deer will be really happy too. Here's your reward.
Yeah!
Hey, aren't you too? Did you come about my request on the board? Yeah, it said you wanted someone to teach you how to use a sword, right? So, what do you think, Adol? Accept. Really? Thank you so much. Looks like there's really no stopping her. I appreciate you worrying about me, but I want to become stronger no matter what. Maybe I'm just doing it to satisfy my own ego. Maybe I'm just wasting my time, and this will all be for nothing. But ever since that incident, I've really wanted to learn self-defense. I shouldn't be okay with just sitting around in this village and doing nothing simply because I'm a gal after all. I don't expect to get as good as Kana, but I want to be able to hold my own, you know? You're really serious about this, huh? Okay, fine, I understand. If this is what you want, then go for it. Thanks. Well, you've definitely got the enthusiasm. Actually, you know how to fight as well, don't you? Yeah, I guess. I don't use a sword like Adol, though. Do you want to learn to fight too? I don't mind teaching you the art of hand-to-hand combat if you want. No, that's not why I was asking. I was actually wondering if I could ask you a favour. Huh? Would the two of you be willing to have a duel, just to show us how it's done? You're curious about Adol's strength too, aren't you? Besides, wouldn't it be best to see what a real swordsman can do before you start learning yourself? Well, I guess that is true. Yeah, that's actually not a half bad idea. I've certainly got no objections. How about you, Adol? You feel like testing yourself against these knockout knuckles? I'd love to. Perfect. Alright then, may the best man win. Looks like it'll be quite an exciting battle. Are you both ready? Yeah, just give us the cue to start and we'll be off. Well then, get ready. And fight! Ouch! Oh my... Can't even... Oh, this is just annoying. Oh, that ain't fair. You, looks like I got you good, man. See, Adol, that was my real power. Yeah, constantly knocking me down and hitting me when I'm on the ground. Ugh. Terrible. That was a good fight. Yeah, it was. Wait, I'm the guy who won, aren't I? Aren't I supposed to be the one saying that? Heh. Men really do get heated up when it comes to fighting, don't they? You both did wonderfully. Yeah, I learned a lot just watching you. Well, I'm happy to hear it. Oh yeah, you called us here to train you, right? We're gonna run out of time at this rate. Right. I'm ready, Adol. Thank you so much, Adol. You've got potential, that's for sure. Really? I have to admit, I'm kind of surprised by how quickly you pick things up. I'm sure you'll be a fine warrior, Lindsay. Thanks. Well then, Adol. Thank you again for all your help. It's not much, but please accept this. Thank you for everything today.
That's one down.
That was such BS. Southeast. Golwonga appears to be a subspecies of Bazonga. I've heard it's no less threatening than a Bazonga either. If you decide to fight it, please be very careful. Southeast. Halt, men! We have reached our destination, the large tree. Sancho, I'm exhausted. And I'm so hungry.
Oh boy.
We've been running in circles around the forest and chased by wild beasts thanks to the commander, so I totally get you.
Fools!
That was a survival training exercise I devised to help prepare you for the possibility of being stranded in the forest. It was?
What?
No. I'm pretty sure he's just lying to try and make it sound like it wasn't a huge waste of time. I am not. Always think positively. That's my motto in life. Now get a move on. We've got an investigation to carry out.
Hey!
What's a motto? Beats me. Kinda delusion, maybe? What are you imbeciles doing? Move out!
Yes, sir! No way.
Man, can't believe they actually made it through the forest labyrinth. They're persistent, I'll give them that. Now, we've got to plan our next move. Kana's dad mentioned another settlement near the river. We're done here for now, so why not head there next? One of those. I pressed. Ugh. And I pressed the dodge button. Please register that I'm pressing it.
This isn't good.
This is a problem. Oh, can I just stand here and heal up? That would be awesome. So let's make the question, do the enemies heal up as well? Ah, for the love of God. Oh, fucking hell! Register the goddamn button when I press it. The morons there. Why is that so much? That, however, should help. Didn't actually think the place would sell some new weapons, but whatever. Ah! And I press the button. Register it.
We should get going.
Why the hell are you poisoned? This just seemed so cheap.
We should get going. Here I go! Time to finish this!
Ugh, why can I not dodge that?
We should get going.
This fight should not be this much of a pain in the ass. Damn dodge button would work when I frickin' pressed it.
Our adventure's only just beginning.
Hate it when controls are unresponsive. Oh, now you freaking do it.
Strong.
Finally. Guess we'll pick up one of them for later. You defeated Galwanga. Thank you so much. Please accept this as a token of my gratitude. You've been a tremendous help. If we ever need anything again, I hope we can count on you for support.
That was nothing.
Alright. Stupid teleport things. Nothing new, nothing new. Okay. Don't have enough gold to justify that. How long have I been wandering around this place now? I should never have decided to follow those two explorers. Hey, aren't those two? But Rabbit, we need to go right here. But Rabbit, we need to go right here. I finally figured out the solution. We just have to keep headed downhill. Shut up, we're going left. Come on, Rabbit, stop being stubborn and listen to reason already. I'm really confident that I'm right here. Don't you want to get out of this forest labyrinth? I'd rather be lost than have you tell me what to do. And even if you're right, that might not be the only way. There might be more than one right answer here. I'll find my own solution. It's like talking to a wall. I guess they're explorers. They must be more skilled than they look to make it this far into the forest. But I get the feeling we should keep our distance. They don't seem like the type we want to get mixed up with. Which means I'm immediately going to talk to them. Not everything in life has just one right answer. See, aren't I smart? Being full of yourself really isn't helping us here. It took us long enough to work out that you're supposed to head downhill. She never listens when she gets like this. I'm just going to have to keep my mouth shut for a while, I guess. The presence of beasts can no longer be felt in the surrounding area. The air is still and tranquil. Fine. Enveloped in the clear air of the forest and the fragrance of the spirit tree, Haddo felt his body drift into a deep, relaxing slumber. One of the memories sealed in the back of Haddo's mind was restored. It is said that the spiders which live in this area originally come from the primeval lands. The spider is a sacred beast bestowed upon this world by God. There are some who say God resides in the primal lands, even now, but since no one can get there, no one really knows. Primeval.
Adol.
Looks like you remembered something else. What was it this time? Riding a beast on the river. Riding a beast? Wow. Well, if you were able to ride it, that means it was tame, right? So somebody's got to be there to have tamed it. Can't help but think of all those big scary beasts we ran into, though. By the way, we should almost be there by now.
All right.
Let's keep moving. to go back over the area anyway at some point, don't I? Okay. Hold on, this leads back into the forest. And we made it all the way to the river, so we should really finish up here before going anywhere else. Absolutely. Fine.
Man, this thing's huge.
This place is even more amazing up close than it was from the plateau. Same goes for Komodo. I seriously can't imagine seeing anything like this outside the Great Forest. I think we can safely assume this river's the one we heard about. Hey, you two! Don't just stand there, you'll lure the monsters. Come into the village where it's safe. Wait, you're... Oh, this is not good. Adol, I'm getting a real case of deja vu here. Hey, you, with the red hair. You got some nerve showing your face here again. It's your fault we can't fish anymore. Don't you dare think we'll let you get away with it either. This village could be on its last legs thanks to you. Figures. Come on, Adol, hurry up and remember whatever it is you screwed up. I have no idea. I had a feeling you'd say that. Oh well, no point crying over spilled memories. Let's just get this over with. How many times do I have to tell you? He doesn't remember anything. Can you prove that? Well, no, but... Then this conversation is over. You're gonna get me in trouble if you keep yammering on, so stay in there and shut up. Oh, come on, Adol, this is your doing apparently. Say something, damn it. What did I do exactly? Stop playing innocent. No one from this village would do such a thing, so it has to be you. Such a thing being... Don't play dumb. You know exactly what you did. You poisoned the river.
No way.
What the... That's terrible. And not just once, but many times over, each time killing more and more fish. Let's see. Naturally, Adol is the #1 suspect, being the only outsider you've seen. Ever, I guess. This is just like what happened in Komodo. So did anyone actually witness Adol poisoning the river? Poisoning the water? Blech. This whole village's survival depends on our ability to fish. Everyone here knows that, so why would any of us ever do such a horrible thing? Okay, calm down. Sheesh. You checked the whole area thoroughly, right? Of course we did. We went out on the Spadas and searched every last bend. What's a Spada? They're sacred beasts that we raise in this village. We can't fish without them. But enough with the chatter. For the last time, be quiet. I don't have to explain any of this to you. Until we've figured out what to do with you, you will remain here, and you will remain silent. Sacred beasts, huh? You remember anything about them at all? Adol had a slight headache and was feeling mildly dizzy. When I heard of someone crossing the forest, I had expected a well-built adult warrior. I had not expected a delicately built young man. Younger even than I. Regardless.
I honor the skill and courage you've displayed by crossing the territory of the beasts. My name is Ozma. My tribe is responsible for rearing the sacred beasts known as Spardas, and I currently serve as Selray's leader.
I want to know more about the Spardas. You seem to be a very inquisitive person. I can see why the fishermen were coerced into bringing you here. Is everyone from the outside like that? Since you are here. If you wish to know more about life in this village, I'll gladly tell you of the sacred beasts. We keep the Spardas in the building to the west of here. Come with me and I will show them to you. That one. This is the building where we raise the Spardas. The livelihoods of everyone in this village are sustained by fishing. However, the rapids, well, parasol, and the river has many different depths along its course. Given those conditions, can you imagine what it would be like to fish on a boat? The boat will be smashed to pieces. And not quite, but it would be swept along with the current and pulled toward the centre of the forest. You have a distant look in your eyes. Is everything all right? At any rate, this is why the Spardas are useful here, as they can freely swim in the rapids. The fishermen of Celceta fish while riding these creatures. Without the Spardas, we would not be able to survive in this environment. They are the beasts granted to us through divine providence to enable our survival. Thus, we call them sacred beasts. But I must be boring you with this endless history. Why talk about them when they're right here to be met? Fine. Take a closer look. Their limbs and tails allow them to swim freely through even the most turbulent of rapids. And the protuberances along their bodies, particularly on their head, provide the ideal body for treading water at high speeds. Those blades on their head, in fact, are the origin of the name Spada, which is an old term for the edge of a sword. While they are technically beasts, Spardas are docile and intelligent. They obey the orders of the villagers with little resistance and rarely act violently. We attach saddles and stirrups to them so the fishermen can climb on top. That is an infant Sparda. It's so cute. Spardas develop very quickly, so it will not stay that way for long. It will soon become much larger. Spardas originate from upstream. We bring them here when they are infants and raise them in this village. This building is the only place in Celceta where the Spardas are raised. The reason for that is that I am forbidden from telling the other villagers how to rear and care for them. Why? Because that is the law of my tribe, and I am now the last remaining member of that tribe. So, has your curiosity about the Spardas been sated now? It is late. I think that is enough for one day. I want to ride one. I have no objections to that. It is unique to suggest something like that without a second thought. You will likely feel sick at first, though I somehow doubt that will discourage you. I had no idea you would be such a natural at this at all. But I feel I should probably warn you of one thing. Take a look at the opposite shore. The currents become significantly faster as one approaches. Even on a Sparda, it is not possible to cross the river completely. I would urge you not to get too close. So how do you cross over there?
No.
No one knows. No one has ever been able to cross the river safely to find out. We refer to the area on the opposite shore as the Primeval Lands. It is said that the spiders which now live here originated from those lands. The spiders are sacred beasts bestowed upon this world by God. Some believe God resides in the primeval lands even now, but since we are unable to confirm, nor can we say with certainty, none can say with certainty, blech. So, you met some guy called Ozma here? Well, you really don't seem like the river poisoning type to me. But it's totally possible you let yourself get dragged into something and wound up unwittingly taking part in this mess. Either way, looks like we need to meet this Ozma person and see what he has to say. Adol knocked on the door. Again? What is it this time? I want to see Ozma. Are you for real? Do you honestly not understand your position right now? Ozma's in the middle of a meeting wherein he will determine what's to be done with you. And even if that weren't the case, he's an essential figure in our village, a brilliant leader, particularly considering his age. We would never allow him to meet with the likes of you. What? What are you... That's really not a good idea. What's happening out there? We meet again, Adol. I have been informed of the situation.
No way.
So, you were worried about Adol and came to see him, huh? That'd be an awful big help right now. So, you're gonna convince everyone that Adol here doesn't remember anything and didn't do anything wrong, right? Adol, is this man your friend? Yep.
I see.
Really? You want to choose your friends more carefully then? Hey, what the hell, man? I'm right here! You said your name was Duran. You need to think your position through a bit more carefully. Let us assume that Adol did indeed lose his memories. How does that fact prove his innocence in this matter? Such reasoning will not persuade a soul, certainly not mine. Well, yeah, I can't really argue with that. Does that mean you suspect Adol too? I still am uncertain what to believe, so I came to speak with Adol directly.
Adol.
I have a proposal for you. If you are truly innocent of this crime, that would mean the real culprit must still be out there. If you can find the real culprit, then, and only then, will I trust your innocence. Will you agree to this arrangement? I will.
I see.
Very well. There is no time to waste then. I will tell the villagers to cooperate with your investigation. Investigation? What are we supposed to do exactly? Naturally, you will be allowed to walk around the village. I will be accompanying you to supervise your actions. That way, you will be able to conduct your investigation without worrying the villagers. Hey, works for me. But are you sure it's alright to lead around suspected criminals when you're the guy in charge? People might think you're on our side or something.
No.
I do not take sides. Proving a suspect's innocence or guilt is one of my duties as village leader, and the first step towards ending this. I do what is best for Selray. I can see why they look up to you here. Thank you, Ozma. Think nothing of it. As promised, I've explained the situation to all of the villagers, and I've asked them to cooperate with your investigation, so do speak your mind on any questions you may have. Kinda makes me nervous, seeing as we haven't proven our innocence yet. Okay, let's go see if we can find any clues. Adol. It's great to see you. Didn't think you'd come back here. It's nice to meet you. Oh no, the pleasure's all mine. My name's Gazok and... Wait, why am I introducing myself when we've met before? You're joking, right? You couldn't have forgot me, could you? Actually, yeah, he forgot you for sure. Adol and Duran explained the situation to Gazok. You lost your memories? Ah, I see. It's terrible. Huh? You're a lot more understanding than the other villagers. Well, Adol and I became good friends when he last stopped by. I can't believe people suspect you'd poison the river. I know you'd never do such a thing. I wish there was something I could do to help. But I've spent so much of my time in the forest lately, I doubt anyone's going to believe any defense I could put together. In the forest? What were you doing there? One of Gazok's interests is exploring old ruins. Haha, yep. I lived in the forest all by my lonesome until a few decades ago. I got pretty used to it, really. You're kidding. Man, you must be pretty tough to have survived in a place like that for so long. Ha ha ha, but of course. That's why people call me Gazok the Strong. Oh, but don't let me hold you up. Looks like you've got more important things to do than stand around and chit-chat. We apologise for taking up your time as well. Come on, let's get back to asking around. Gazok said he used to live in the forest all on his own. But he said it was before I was born, so that's all I know. If we can't get any fish to eat, then I'll have to... No, what am I thinking? So imagine there's an achievement for feeding every single one of them. You really don't look like the kind of guy who'd poison a river. But I'll just have to wait for you to prove your innocence, I guess. Don't let us down, okay? Get out of my way. I'm busy. If you want to order anything, tell Cyryu. Looks like Cyryu's hard at work again today. But that damned Hakan keeps getting in my way so I can't stare at her. Now that we can't fish due to the poison in the river, our only means of survival is to scavenge the forest for alternative food sources. Compared to fishing, hunting and gathering in the forest is the most difficult task. But in times like this, we need to pull together as a village and do what we can. The poison didn't make it this far down the river. As a result, the villagers' drinking water is safe for the time being, but I can't say with confidence that it will remain that way. If poison were to reach our drinking water, this village really would be finished. If you really aren't the culprit, hurry up and catch the real one, please. I heard you're investigating the poisoning of the river. Well, try not to cause too much trouble while you're doing it. Especially you with the red hair. Most people here still suspect you, myself included. So if you so much as look at one of us funny, we're not going to show you any mercy. You got that? This frog seems afraid to go back in the river. Into the river. Can't say I blame him. I mean, There's always a chance someone might poison it again. It's so boring when we can't go out and fish. All you do is grumble about not being able to go fishing. If you've got time to grumble, spend it sorting out what I'm going to eat instead. I would if I could, but what am I supposed to do? How long's it been since the poison first appeared in the river anyway? Oh, it's you. I see you're investigating the poisoning with Ozma. Well, go on, Raynell. Answer the question. Right. The poison first appeared in the river about 10 days ago, I think. 10 days. Quite a while ago then. Is that all you have to say? What? You're missing the most important detail. It happened immediately after this red-headed swordsman here left the village. But... really? And he disappeared without telling anyone where he was going, or even telling anyone that he was leaving. How could we not suspect him? There's a mountain of evidence implicating him in this. Gotta admit, I see your point. Still, the evidence against Adal is purely circumstantial. We cannot prove his guilt any more than his innocence. We must continue our investigation. Oh, what? I mean, get lost, prisoner. I'm not gonna help a baddie like you. Go away. Stop playing with all the animals. Hey, can I tickle you? Sure. Yay! You're always so sensitive. That was so much fun. Come and let me tickle you again sometime. What do I know about the poison? Nothing. It was just there all of a sudden. I don't know what you're planning, but you should just give it up and confess already. You looking for info on the river? Sorry, you'll have to look elsewhere. We know nothing of value to you. You seem like a good person, so I really don't want to have you don't want to have to suspect you. But nothing like this has ever happened before, and we've never had a visitor from outside the forest, so it just seems the most plausible explanation. Please try to understand our perspective. You intend to find the real culprit? Well, investigate for as long as you like. But if you can't find another culprit, you had best be prepared for the consequences. The river dyed crimson, a horrifying sight. The river dyed crimson? I take it you're not talking about the setting sun or anything like that, are you? The colour of blood is the colour of death. Yet no one was hurt, our only salvation. So that means the poison was red. Can't imagine how much you'd need to dye a whole river, though. It lasted mere moments, but the river was stained red as far as the eye could see. The source was upstream. All that remained were the corpses of the fish. We know not when the river will be pure once again, thus the men cannot fish. That does sound pretty tough. Were the fishermen okay? The ones who were out on the water when the poison first showed up? Fortunately, they noticed quickly, There were no casualties. Several fishermen who had come into contact with the substance did fall ill, but all of them have made a full recovery since. Our only salvation. The spiders were uninjured too. A large amount of poison coming from upstream. We might be dealing with a bigger disaster than I thought. The adults all say we're not allowed to play in the water for a while. I'm so bored. You really don't look like the kind of person who'd poison a river, but I suppose I'll just have to wait and see how your investigation goes. I heard you're trying to find the one who poisoned the river. I don't want to believe you did it, and Celceta doesn't either. So I hope you can find the real criminal. Oh, Adol. Good luck with your investigation. I refuse to believe anyone with whom Ozma developed such kinship could ever think of poisoning our river. So I believe in you, Adol. I know you didn't do it. Ozma, you're wasting your time if you think they're going to be able to prove their innocence. That redhead is there as the culprit. Nothing will change that. Do you have any evidence to back that claim, Rival? Of course. The poison came from upstream, right? And upstream is the dwelling of the spiders. Oh, so the sacred beasts live upstream. But how does that prove Adol's the culprit? Because no one from this village would dare go upstream and approach the sacred beast dwelling. Not unless they were one of Ozma's tribesmen, anyway. But there's only one of those left, and it's Ozma himself. So the only one who could have gone upstream to poison the river from there would be an outsider, and those are in pretty short supply. Yeah. Is that all you've got on me? Of course you're playing innocent. It's pretty much all you've got left. Naturally, there's plenty more evidence than just that. You were asking about the sacred beast dwelling, you know. Yeah, he's like that. There's something new and exciting to explore. He just wants to explore it. It's his nature. Say what you want. He still did it. Don't you have any shame at all? You could spare yourself a lot of embarrassment if you just confess. I've said all I have to say. I don't want to talk to you any longer. Go away and never return. Man, Adol, you really don't seem to be popular around here. Guess you do stick your nose in everybody's business though, so it's not really any surprise. I think we got enough information to start with at least.
Adol.
Let's go through what we know and see if we can sort it out, okay? First, let's see. When did the villagers first notice the poison? After I left. Yeah, they noticed it just after you left Selray. And that's why you're getting blamed for it. Next question. How did they notice it? The river was dyed red. Yeah, seems whatever was in there coloured the water red. Must have been a hell of a thing to see. And where did the poison originate from? Upstream. Yeah, that's right. And if it came from upstream, it must have come from somewhere outside of Selray. Alright, Adol. If you add all that together, who stands out as the most likely culprit? Wasn't a person at all. What leads you to that conclusion? It makes sense when you think about it. You need a whole lot of poison to dye an entire river red. And if it came from upstream, that would mean someone poured it into the river from somewhere outside the village. No way anyone can lug that much poison through monster-infested woodlands, not on their own like Adol would have been. I mean, I'm not saying it'd be impossible to poison the water from upstream, but to dye the whole river red? Not likely. It does seem rather implausible. So your conclusion then is that the culprit may be a natural occurrence or a creature. Adol, and you said your name was Duran, yes? Could I ask you to come with me? I feel sick. Adol, I can't believe you're okay with all this thrashing. Is that a bird? Lucky thing up there, all graceful while we're stuck down here on these things. Oh crap, is that poison? Sure looks that way. Looks just like what they described in Celceta. Isn't it harmful to the spiders?
Okay.
It should be far enough. Adol, I feel I must apologize to you. Why now? That's a good question. Why now?
Yes.
That is why I brought you here. I know the culprit that poisoned the river. Huh? Really? So why'd you keep quiet about it all this time? My reason hardly makes up for all that you have been through. As you suspect, the poison was not put into the river by a human. Rather, it was the spiders themselves who befouled the water. What? Far upstream lies a spider breeding ground. I am almost certain that they are responsible for this incident.
Hold on.
Aren't the spiders sacred beasts? What kind of sacred beast goes around poisoning rivers? The spiders raised in Celceta are not able to do so. Wild spiders, however, are known to secrete a poisonous substance when they become excited or scared. Seriously? Why didn't you tell us before? I'm truly sorry. The people of my tribe have raised spiders for ages, all the while obeying the ancient laws pertaining to them. And those laws forbid us from telling others the secret of the spider. This includes the fact that wild spiders bear poison. So your reason for bringing us all the way out here was to keep anyone else from hearing you. Does that mean something like this has happened before?
No.
As far as I am aware, this quantity of poison has never been found in the river prior to now. Those not of my tribe are forbidden to approach the wild spider's breeding ground, and have been for as long as I know. I was told that this was to avoid angering them, but of course, protecting their secrets was also of the utmost concern. Let's go upstream. Wait a second. Adol, you know what this means, right? We're not allowed into the spider's breeding ground, which means we just have to leave this to Ozma while we go back to the village and relax. Actually, while I realize it is quite brazen of me to ask for a favor after causing you so much trouble, I would be most appreciative if the two of you would come with me. Why? Right, so can you remind us where we're going? As you wish. The wild spider breeding ground is situated south of Celceta. On that drawing you call a map, it would be about here, I believe. So as long as we follow the river south, we'll be there in no time. Doesn't seem too far from here. Indeed. The entrance is situated near a waterfall basin. It is difficult to miss. I have told the villagers that we are continuing the investigation. Make sure you are properly equipped for the perils that await before leaving the village. Alright then, let's do this. Found that bit of map. It's, right, of course. That's fine. You truly are an unusual visitor. You appear to have even more interest in the primeval lands than the people of this village do. I suppose that inquisitiveness is what allowed you to come this far into the forest to begin with. Perhaps you might actually be able to reach it one day. Adol, such a time should come. No, I suppose that is too much to hope for.
No.
My apologies, Adol. Please forget I said anything. We should be returning to the village now. It seems my people wish to hold a welcoming party for you. And I would not want to be the one. I would not want to be the one responsible for our guest of honor showing up late. Thinking about it, I'll probably buy everything in a shop 100 times over if I sold all the crap I picked up.
We beat this thing?
Okie dokie. Finally go down here. Ugh. Fine. This is the place. So, this is a sacred beast lair, huh? I thought it'd be more like a nest, being a beast lair and all. Didn't expect full-on ruins. You come here often, Ozma? I try to avoid coming here as much as possible. Particularly as this is the place where I lost my mother and father. I cannot say I have very fond memories of it. Really? All of the Spardas raised in Selray were captured here when they were infants. My parents were killed by the poison of an adult Sparda while attempting to trap its young. But I cannot let the people of Selray know that. Why not? It is to protect the laws of my tribe. The laws essentially forbid me from telling the people of my village the truth about these creatures. How could I reveal to them that two in our ranks, a tribe that cares for beasts, were killed by those very beasts? Do you really need to go that far to keep it all a secret, though? I get that the Spardas are essential to everyday life in Selray, but surely it'd be better if everybody worked together to care for them, right? It's gotta hurt keeping this all to yourself. Do you really think you can keep it up? The laws of my tribe are absolute. There is nothing I can do about them. It's like talking to a brick wall. This area appears to have filled with water. Look, there's a staircase on the other side. Indeed, but the water seems to have eroded the path, putting it just out of our reach. Adol, we should investigate the area and see if we can find another way to reach the staircase. Looks like the wall under the water has seen better days. This ruin is several hundred years old, so such a thing is to be expected. But I imagine with fissures that size, the wall should be brittle enough to break with my spear. Break the wall so the water flows out. Sounds like an idea. Try not to bring the whole place down on our heads when we're golden. There is no need for concern. My touch is a delicate one.
My turn. Understood.
Whoa. wouldn't have guessed this place was so big from the outside. Likewise, truth be told, I've yet to explore it in its entirety myself. Really? Guess we'll just have to do the honors now then. Do be cautious. There are many dangers lurking in these depths. I want to stop here for now because my voice is going again. It's a pain, but can't be helped. Tomorrow's Friday. Oh, I don't know if I'll be able to be back by then. Play the weekend by ear. I'll definitely be back Monday though, so that'll be all for now.